So it's the third week of July. We're here in Clonmel with James Irish of Brett's. James, thanks very much for your time. You assemble Husky for seed, for flavins. How are you getting on with it over the last number of years?
Yeah, sure. Husky's been very consistent. I suppose it's on the recommended list for nearly 12 years.
Yeah.
So it's been one of the most consistent varieties there, following on from Barra. It has good straw, good grain quality, and quite good disease.
And oats as a cereal crop is becoming a little bit bigger or more important locally, James, is it?
Yeah, look, I suppose in terms of rotation, oats is vital to crop rotation in the area. I suppose most guys have the equipment. It's easily managed, similar to wheat or barley, so it fits in quite well in that rotation. And I suppose, look, as well with oilseed rape, it fits in that you can stretch out your oilseed rape or your bean rotation as well, allowing to maximise the number of first wheats or barleys on the farm.
Typically, when would your customers sow winter oats, Husky?
Sure, look, ideally if you could sow it around the mid to late October would be the ideal sowing time. Look, it obviously depends on land type. You have, colder later ground, heavier ground. Yeah. There's a wide range of aspects, that are different to every farmer or grower. So, all of those need to be assessed beforehand.
The grower wasn't able to join us this afternoon, but he did say to me it done really well for him. Yeah. He got a record yield of oats, well over 4 tonne to the acre. Yeah. In terms of, a specific weight then, you would have seen us crossing the weighbridge. How did it do? Yeah,
the bushel weight was quite good. It was in the mid 50s. Moisture was low as well. It was an exceptional yield at low moisture. Yeah. I suppose the one thing you would see, I don't think there was ever oats in this field before, and I think that does seem to help oats for the first time in the field. It does seem to do that bit better maybe. Yeah. As well, and I suppose it's important as well in terms of rotation not to be growing oats too regularly in the same field. One thing, it has a massive requirement for potash in terms of the amount of straw. Now the straw is incorporated in here, so that's a big help, and also adding organic matter to the soil.
Okay. James, one thing about Husky is it's quite early to ripen. We're here, this is cut a week, cut about the 16th or 17th of July. Is that something that's of benefit to growers?
Yeah, look, oats fits in very well that way in terms of spreading the workload. I suppose it fits in at the end of the sowing season in terms of after your winter wheat, more than likely. Yeah. You also have the option, if you do get a difficult back end, you can sow it in the springtime. Yeah. So it allows huge flexibility from that point of view. Yeah. I suppose in terms of harvest, it fits in ideally there after the winter barley, before your spring barley, winter wheat harvest. Yeah. So it's very easy to spread the workload from that point of view.
Yeah. And having a variety that's adaptable like that is quite important.
Yeah, and look, it's been on the list, as I said, for nearly 12 years. So it's very consistent.
Okay. James, thanks very much for your time. Yeah. And look, we'll let you get back to your work.
Okay, thanks Tim.